One of the things that being in real estate for a while now has caused me to think differently, or one of the ways I think differently now, is I just think about the cost of financing. If you're in real estate or you want to own a piece of real estate, there's tons of reasons why there's advantages associated with owning a piece of real estate. Maybe you already own real estate, you want to buy more investment properties. A lot of times there's financing involved, right? Like you're going to usually get a loan. Most people are going to get a loan. Even people that you'll hear on TV and online about all the advantages of being debt-free will often think of real estate debt as really like good debt, or it can be, beneficial in a lot of ways in that it helps you own real estate and get all of the advantage. One of the things a while back I started thinking about is just even in my own expenses. If I want to be able to own more real estate, I need to have the money to do that. But there's other things I like to spend money on. So there's this competition between things I want to buy, but I know that if I own more real estate, that's going to be better for me in the future. So how do I deal with this? One of the ways I dealt with it was a little bit of a math problem. I track my expenses. A couple months ago, I spent in the ballpark of like $140 on Chipotle burritos, okay? This is a weakness for me, but I love my burritos. Let's say they're about $10 each, right? If each time I spent $10, I could have instead paid a little bit down on my mortgage. Because of this don't really work, but the math does work, right? So if I had paid that $10 to myself in the form of reducing a loan, over the course of 30 years, that $10 is actually $24. $10 now and $14 of interest over the course of time at today's interest rates. A lot of times a financial advisor will tell you even more aggressively, if you had taken that $10 and reinvested it, then what you gain, reinvest that, you get the benefit of compounding interest. That over 30 years is going to be more in the ballpark of $70 to $80 that $10 you spent now cost you, took away that potential for $70 to $80 in the future. If you carry any credit card debt at all, those rates are even much, much higher. If you extrapolate that cost out over time on the credit card costs, those rates, it's even more dramatic how much that $10 now costs you a lot more in the future. Every time I'm paying $10, I'm really paying $24. I know it's better for me, it's better for my family to be purchasing real estate than it is to be buying burritos. So that burrito doesn't cost me $10. It really costs me 1.5 times that. So just food for thought. I think all of us have different spending habits. A lot of times $10 doesn't feel like it matters, and frankly that one $10 doesn't matter, but $10 compounded, all those $10 spread out over your cost of interest over time, they do matter, so it's worth thinking about. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you learned something or if this helped you solve a problem, follow me for more.